It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, where representatives from the AFC and NFC will square off.
Night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be our visitors taking on our home team. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn. Happy to be with you. And CD, as we get this thing going, give the folks at home something to keep their eye on.
The running game for both teams, because I think this is going to be an old-fashioned, old-school type of a game. Physical, who wins up front, who runs the ball the best and controls the clock, they will come out the victor.
The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week.
And right off the bat, look at him lay out there and make the grab. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Off play action, Williams. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play, it'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense. Linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Now Williams to throw on third down. That is caught. It's Williams. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Back to throw. Williams. And he's got it. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. From 8 yards out. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. Oh, this is blocked. They'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. They don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his third season in the league.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now, because it leads to a couple of snaps per game where you just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want, but this guy, he is hard to corral.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5. Operating from the gun, Sanders. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18. Up the middle, it's Edwards. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4.
Again, it's Edwards. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. A nice pickup of 10 means that this drive will stay on track.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Out of the gun, they give to Edwards. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
To throw is Sanders. Looking to throw on 2nd down. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Quick hands that time to knock that one away. Sure looked like a short touchdown, but able to get a good break on the football and force the incompletion.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Bats are an extra point away from capturing the lead.
When we drop defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Extra point right down the middle. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. The long drive last time out for this offense, Charles, if you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Pushing his way through. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 35. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Sanders. That ball caught by Harrison. And he's taken down inside the 30. Sanders now on 1st down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
Visitors 13. That's 7.
Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The offense already on the field here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. Operating from the gun, Sanders. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to throw. Sanders. And that will be incomplete. Fourth down after the New Orleans defense holds serve.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the fourth down.
And he has got from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. Williams on 1st and 10. He's got this to Williams, complete. Now inside the 25. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. 79 yards. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
That's 10.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And we will get another look at Seattle's offense. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kid that can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. He completes it to Hunter. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 8 more yards this time coming off back-to-back first down pickups. On second down, it's Edwards. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the stills. Back to throw. Sanders. Throwing left sideline, complete. It's Hunter. Touchdown! A great play there. 35 yards. And the Bats have cut it back within a score. That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really tire out the defense, too.
That's a great point, because now they've been on the field for a long time. Them going to the bench, trying to make adjustments, trying to figure things out, but they'll do so fatigued.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. It's up and good, and the lead's now down to 3 at 20-17. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Down onto the field comes New Orleans. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. 1 play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Now a draw play. This is Jones. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, Williams. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Finally, this defense makes a stand. They'd given up touchdowns on their first 2 drives, but here they said, we've got to put a stop to that. Good coverage there to force a punting situation and a 4th down.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit more play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Sanders on 3rd and 2. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
They're going to try and throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. Up the middle, here's Edwards. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there, but how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Now Sanders to throw on 2nd down. He finds his man complete. It's Harrison. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Edwards now on 1st and 10. 76 yards rushing for him now in the ballgame. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. They run once more with Edwards. And he is in for a Seattle touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Bats are able to move back in front. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Right after, right down the middle. 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
And especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Williams now throwing on 1st down. Williams loses the football. And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So taking it right down Broadway. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Throwing on 1st down, Williams. And he will find his man on the outside. side. And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well, inside the 25.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
And this one is right through, and that'll bring him back within a point. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no wind. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you to our EA studios in Orlando. Here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, back to you guys in just a moment, but welcome everyone to our Creative Village studios in the EA Sports Halftime Report. With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime, but the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter three? And he returns this to the 22. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, and believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it is really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
He finds his man complete. It's Weaver. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hunter. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On the draw is Edwards. And we'll get it down to the 47 here. They got 5 through the air. Last play, now 5 on the ground. First and 10.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 114 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. From the gun, they go to Edwards. To the 27-yard line.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd and 6. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, and that is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
Here's Sanders throwing on fourth down. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a third down and 6. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. Laying himself out in the end zone. And the Bats take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Here's Williams throwing to start the drive. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The coverage unit out there thinking pass on 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And a gain there of 11 yards. Looking to throw. Williams. That ball caught. It's Rice. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. 57 yards. And his guy's now just a 2-point conversion away from tying us up. And they just ran the fly route there, didn't they?
You broke it down perfectly. He ends up catching that one and taking it all the way into the end zone.
Well, thanks. It was pretty simple to break down, though. I mean, that's just a guy going, running on the go-route, making a play.
Speed,
Kills.
speed. And what does it do?
It kills.
There you go.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On the handoff, Edwards. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. Here now, 3rd and a yard. Now a handoff, Edwards. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. To throw is Sanders on 1st down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. fortunate it wasn't picked off.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. It's Weaver. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Big yardage now in the scramble. It gets them a 1st down. That's a nice explosive play there, and this defense told us we have to have our eyes right on their RPO sets, and they did not have their eyes right.
I love that term, eyes right, meaning they have to be in the proper place and read your keys. And a smart thinking guy running an offense can see when you break down on that, and he took full advantage of it.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now it's Edwards. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And his kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it. They're happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Taken at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. A quick throw caught by Rice. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Back to throw. Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
They red zone coverage there and thought there was some space to send their guy right into the middle on a slant, hoping he would get lost. Instead, they read it quite well and closed quickly.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. 68 yards. And his guys have once again taken the lead. And now it's blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That could be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block. But they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Set, go.
run with Edwards. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 170 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Ready? Here's Edwards, and they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
This is Edwards.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
On 3rd down, here's Edwards. Hard to catch your breath. Another big play looming. 4th and 3. They'll run for it. It's Edwards. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And as a result, possession switches hands. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers. Anyone who's going to lay down a block, don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock. Now that's a killer because you think you've got it absolutely covered, and then he hot-foots it out of there and picks up a 1st down. Drives you crazy as a defense.
Looks like you're exactly right. Looked like a for-sure stop on 3rd, and then the tables turn. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. And they take a knee. So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like